examiner.
Okay.
He'll be reaching soon.
Okay. Okay.
He's joining offline. Dr.
Okay.
Chandrasekhar from Hyderabad.
Okay. I am available till 1 o'clock. I am available till 1 o'clock. After that,
Yes, yes.
yeah, yeah.
Just 5 minutes we'll start.
Sure, sure, sure.
Ma'am, VC sir will also join.
जो एक्सटर्नल बाहर वाले हैं वो ज्वाइन करें, इसलिए आप वहां नहीं चलता कीजिए, हम यहाँ करें। अभी आप नहीं कीजिए, हम बोल रहे हैं। Yes, yes. আমি এখানে একটু ব্যস্ত আছি, কথা বলছি। পেয়ে যাবো। ঠিক আছে। তুমি ওইটা মোবাইলে ঠিক হবে। Please be the last.
First class. First session.
Start the day.
नोटिफिकेशन कितने टाइम में मिल जाता है?
Is one result.
Standard wise. One thing,
I mean, yes.
right now. Yes, sir. Definitely, based upon the schedule, like, I think that it will be having here classes. So, usually, yeah. The editing session will happen in this book, so that goes like to that or and their plan session. So that 80 plus 230. Let us
Good morning, Dr. Nilotpal Banerjee, Dr. Chetan Srivastava. Nilotpal Banerjee is from NIT Durgapur and Professor Chetan is from Central University, Hyderabad. I welcome both of you and with your permission, Kusum will start his presentation.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, Kusum.
just timelines and how.
I know in half an hour. Focus on give the introduction part. You can focus on.
So very quickly, I will just glance through. Okay. So, very good morning to all the dignitaries present here. My special thanks to Dr. Chetan Srivastava and Dr. Nilotpal for giving me a very helpful insights during the review process. Myself, Kusum Kanan Mishra, and I am an assistant professor and head of the Department of Business Administration in Sir Xavier's College, Dumga. And I have been into academics for like close to 9 years. And the title of my research is Factors Influencing Buying Behavior for Tussar Silk. This topic is very close to me because I come from the same geographical area where the production of tasar takes place, and I have seen the livelihood of the farmers who are into this job. So these are the compliance report which was on the reviews which I got during the review process. So I will just touch some of them, and after the presentation we can discuss it in a detailed manner. So the main one of the very important review was that on the title of the thesis. So sir has suggested that since the work has been done in the Jharkhand area, so why not to put that Jharkhand in the title itself? But sir, as per the university norms of ICFI University Jharkhand, we are suggested not to put the location in the title, rather than we put it in the scope section that we have compiled. And there were very important reviews also, which I'll come back once that presentation will be over. So this will be the agenda of my presentation. We will start with introduction, followed by literature review. I will not take much of the time in the first two sections. Then the third one will be research methodology, followed by data analysis and interpretation, followed by discussion, and finally conclusion. First one is introduction. So I will very quickly glance through the introduction part. It is about the tasar silk, and it belongs to the sector of apparels. And in recent times, the consumers are more inclined towards the eco-friendly or sustainable products, in which tasar can stand out as it fulfill that requirement which consumers are in need of. So these are some of the highlights of tasar silk market in India. So India is the second largest producer of tasar silk with the production of 23,000 metric ton, followed by China. And Jharkhand is one of the only supplier of organic silk in the world and has the potential with 82% of the whole tasar production in India. Jharkhand has the capacity to absorb a significant section of the rural and tribal population into the different activities related to this. In addition to having the potential to double its production several times to meet the rise in demand. Government has also taken a lot of initiatives to boost this production of tasar silk. Some of them are like import duties on silk machinery have been reduced to 10%. Financial assistance is provided to stakeholders in silk industry. And government has taken several strategic steps as well, like giving quality certification program under the Silk Mark Organization of India. So the scope of my study is to study on the factors influencing buying behavior for tasar silk in the Jharkhand region encompasses a comprehensive scope to gain a holistic understanding of consumer preferences and motivation. The scope aims to evaluate the market potential of tasar silk, considering the cultural, economic, and environmental factors influencing consumer behavior in the region of Jharkhand. So during my study, I have done extensive literature review, and I have sorted it in a tabular form. So some of them were some of the recent study on this was like on the which is based on the perception of consumer. It says that consumers' perception of tasar silk as a luxurious and exclusive product increases its attractiveness. For motivation, as per the paper by Kumari, it says that motivation is driven by the need for uniqueness, cultural connection, and status. Tasar silk caters to those seeking exclusivity and traditional artistry. So I'll skip this literature part for now, and we'll.
You've gone through the thesis, so that should be.
Yes. Yeah. So this is the recent trends in the publications of publications related to handloom and handloom textile, and we can see that after 2019 there is a huge jump in the publication. So during our literature survey, we came across many model, and for this study, we have chosen the theory of planned behavior as it can be used to justify this research framework, as it aligns well with the factors influencing consumer buying behavior and purchase intention. And this is the graphical representation of theory of planned behavior. Now coming towards the significance part. The study of understanding consumer preferences. Research on consumer buying behavior in the Tasar silk industry provides valuable insights into consumer preferences, taste, purchasing patterns. Research in this area facilitates product development and innovation. By uncovering consumer preferences, businesses can identify gaps in the market and develop new Tasar silk products that meet the evolving need and expectations of customers. Similarly, there are more significance of this research like customer satisfaction and loyalty, effective marketing strategies, etc. Based on the extensive literature survey, we have found these gaps, like the existing literature lacks comprehensive research specifically focusing on consumer buying behavior related to Tasar silk products. This gap indicates the need for more studies that explore the factors influencing consumer buying, consumer purchasing decisions, specifically in the context of Tasar silk. While Jharkhand is a major producer of Tasar silk, there is a lack of research on consumer behavior in this region. Consumer perception is a crucial factor influencing buying behavior, yet the existing literature lacks in-depth exploration of how consumers perceive Tasar silk products. The influence of cultural factors on consumer buying behavior in the Tasar silk industry is not extensively studied. Research gaps exist in the understanding how cultural values, traditions, and heritage shape consumer preferences and decision-making specifically related to Tasar silk. So we have developed these three questions. These three questions have not been catered so far. So these are how different factors, personal, cultural, psychological, promotional, and social, influences consumer buying behavior regarding Tasar silk products. Second research question is, how does consumer buying behavior influence the purchase intention for Tasar silk products? Third one is, how does demographic background, age, gender, income level, occupation, family size, and marital status affect consumer buying behavior and purchase intention for Tasar silk products? Our research objectives are to examine how different factors, personal, cultural, psychological, promotional, and social, influence consumer buying behavior regarding Tasar silk products, to understand how consumer buying behavior influences the purchase intention for Tasar silk product, to understand the relationship between demographic factors such as age, income, occupation, family size, marital status, and consumer buying behavior, as well as purchase intention concerning Tasar silk products. And based on our research question and objectives, we have developed these hypotheses. I'll read it out, some of them. Hypothesis one is, there is a significant impact of personal factors on the consumer buying behavior regarding Tasar silk products. Similarly, we have taken factors like cultural factors, psychological factors, promotional factors, social factors, and impact of consumer buying behavior over purchase intention for Tasar silk products. Here we have grouped the demographic variables as H7, and some of them are, there is a significant impact of different gender on consumer buying behavior regarding Tasar silk products. We have taken other factors like age groups, income level, occupation, different family size, and marital status. H8 is being related to the relation between demographic variables and purchase intention. There is a significant impact of different gender or purchase intention regarding Tasar silk products. Other variables which have been taken are age level, income level, occupation, different family size, and marital status on purchase intention regarding Tasar silk products. This is our theoretical framework where we can see that our independent variables are social factors, cultural factors, psychological factors, personal factors, promotional factors. Our first dependent variable is buying behavior and the other one is purchase intention for the silk product. Now coming to the research methodology. Our research is descriptive as it offers a detailed portrayal of consumer behavior concerning Tasar silk products. It is quantitative as it involves the systematic collection of numerical data through structured survey distributed among the target audience. It is cross-sectional. A cross-sectional design allows us to capture a snapshot of consumer attitude, preferences, and purchasing intention related to Tasar silk products at a specific moment of time. This diagram shows the sampling techniques that we took for this research. Our sampling unit is a single respondent who considered as a single sample unit for this study. Sampling criteria was the respondent should be of minimum of 18 years of age, having education qualification of matriculations, and the participation was totally voluntary. Our sampling subjects are consumers, buyers, or prospective consumers, buyers of the silk products. Sampling techniques used for this study is purposive sampling. It is employed in this study as it provides a particular and efficient mean of data collection. So our population for this study is Jharkhand, and we have collected data from the 4 major districts of Jharkhand, which are Ranchi, Jamshedpur, Dhanbad, and Devghar. Sample size determination was done through 10 times rule of thumb approach, G power test, and occurrence formula, and we came up with a sample size of 770. So this table shows the detail about the data collection. So we have collected data from the 4 major districts, which are Ranchi, Dhanbad, Jamshedpur, and Devghar, and the mode of data collection was both offline as well as online. These are the measures of our variables, which are personal factors denoted by PF. Personal factors was measured through a 4-item scale adapted from work of Ionia et al. Participants were asked to express their level of agreement in a 5-point Likert scale. Social factor, that is SF, social factor was assessed using 4-item scale adapted from Ionia et al., where respondents rate their agreement on a 5-point Likert scale. Promotional factor variable was gauged through a 12-item scale adapted from the studies of Hanshaya, employing a Likert scale ranging from 1 to 5. Cultural factor was assessed through a comprehensive 9-item scale adopted from the conceptual framework proposed by Vijay Kumar et al. Psychological factor variable was assessed through an 11-item scale. Consumer buying behavior variable was evaluated through 6-item scale adapted from Khare. Purchase intention was examined through a concise yet comprehensive 4-item scale. The scale employs a 5-point Likert type response format. So before going for the our research, we ran the pilot testing where the collected feedback underwent a thorough examination to identify and address potential issues, including ambiguities and challenging questions. Now, coming to the part of statistical tools used. So we have used SEM, that is structure equation modeling, as it is a statistical method for exploring and testing complex relationships among variables within a framework. The model offers a structure to represent and analyze complex relationships between multiple variables simultaneously. It was performed using Smart PLS 4.0. Artificial neural network, that is SEM-ANN, which represents an integration of structural equation modeling and artificial neural network techniques. It was performed through IBM SPSS 25.0 and ANOVA was also used. It was also performed using IBM SPSS 25.0. Now, our next part will be data analysis and interpretation. So during our data collection, we found the following data. First, being gender, and we found that from our respondents, 60.52% were male and 39.48% of the respondents were female. Age level of the respondents, the maximum age limit which responded to us was between 18 to 30 years. So these are the other pie charts which are related to marital status of the respondents, in which response from the married individuals were 69.74% and unmarried 30.26%. And based on the occupation of the respondents, the maximum respondents were from the private sector, followed by government sector, and then professionals, including freelancers. So these charts shows the other demographic variables, for example, income level, number of family members, and city. So this is the normality table. The Kolmogorov-Smirnov test indicated that the data significantly deviated from a normal distribution. P is smaller than 0.05. Similarly, the Shapiro-Wilk test supported this finding, revealing a departure from normality. The normality test report for the dataset revealed a departure from the assumption of normal distribution, indicating that the data does not follow a normal pattern. So now coming to the next part, which is the structure equation modeling, SEM. So partial least square structural equation modeling was used for the thorough analysis and validation of their hypothesized relationships within the data sets. PLS SEM, categorized as a form of structural equation modeling, it was deemed highly suitable for this study due to its adaptability to data sets characterized by non-normal data. The original set consisted of 50 items. However, it was found that few items like social factor 1, proportional factor 1, and so on displayed factor loading below the recommended threshold value of 0.60 as per the study by Dash and Paul. So the next topic is about reliability analysis. To ascertain the reliability of the adapted measures, a critical evaluation was conducted using Cronbach's alpha. Here the computed values ranging from 0.706 to 0.882, which consistently exceeded the conventional threshold of 0.70. The composite reliability preferred in SEM for reliability analysis, as it accommodates non-equivalence of factor loading among indicators. The obtained coefficient ranging from 0.837 to 0.908 surpassed the acceptable threshold of 0.60. Validity analysis. Convergent validity ensures that the indicators of a particular construct measure the same underlying concept and are appropriately related. In terms of convergent validity, the scrutiny of average variance explained, that is AVE, disclosed value ranging from 0.500 to 0.633, exceeding the recommended threshold of 0.5. Discriminant validity says that the outcome of this provides confidence that each latent variable is uniquely capturing the variance within the construct and not conflicting with other constructs inappropriately. So this is the STMT table as suggested by Sir Nilokpal. So the STMT value is below 1. Therefore, we can conclude that discriminant validity exists. So this is the cross-loading table. This table displaying that all the variables and their related factors loading are above 0.6. Therefore, we can say discriminant validity also exists in terms of the cross-loading approach. The structural model analysis. So, coefficient of determinant R square serve as a crucial metric capturing the extent of variance explained in each of the constructs and thus representing the model's explanatory power. In this study, we saw that the R square ranges from 0.383 to 0.891, reflecting a moderate to substantial predictive power of the model. To determine the predictive accuracy of the PLS path model, an additional model Q square is employed. This matrix is derived from blindfolding procedure, systematically omitting individual points from the data matrix. In this context of the present study, Q2 values are 0.392 for PI and 0.889 for CBB, that is consumer buying behavior, and PI is purchase intention. These values indicate medium to strong level of predictive relevance for the model. So this table shows us the relationship testing. But this cursor, I'm not doing this. Okay, so we'll leave it. No, I'm not doing this one. Trade one. Yeah. No problem. Okay. In this table, we can see that the H1 to H6 and their respective p-value are below 0.05, which conclude that there is a significant positive relationship related to different factors. So this is the detailed relationship testing and the result. So here we can see that H1, there is a significant impact of personal factors on consumer buying behavior regarding Tasar silk products. The result is CBB is significant, indicating that the individual preferences play a notable role supporting hypothesis 1. Personal preferences and lifestyle choices are key drivers influencing consumer buying behavior for Tasar silk. The significant correlation between personal factor and consumer buying behavior highlights the role of individual decision making in Tasar silk purchase. Hypothesis 2, there is a significant impact of cultural factors on consumer buying behavior regarding Tasar silk products, and the result is cultural factor significantly impact consumer buying behavior, suggesting strong cultural influences on consumer decisions, supporting hypothesis 2. Hypothesis 3 was also supported. Psychological factors such as perception, motivation, and cognitive dissonance have a substantial impact on consumer buying behavior for Tasar silk. Hypothesis 4, that is, there is a significant impact of promotional factor on consumer buying behavior regarding Tasar silk products. This also passed our parameters, and it says that promotional factor have a strong influence on consumer buying behavior. Promotional efforts create a tangible influence on consumer buying behavior, shaping consumer responses to Tasar silk marketing campaigns. Hypothesis 5 was also accepted, that is the influence of social factors on consumer buying behavior. Social influences such as family and peer recommendations play a pivotal role in shaping consumer buying behavior for Tasar silk. Hypothesis 6 was also accepted, which is the hypothesis is there is a significant impact of consumer buying behavior over purchase intention for Tasar silk product. Here, consumer buying behavior is a key predictor of purchase intention, bridging the gap between consideration and actual purchase. The transformation from consumer buying behavior to purchase intention underscores the decisive factors that lead consumer to buy Tasar silk products. This is the diagrammatical representation of our structural model. Now the next part is SEM-ANN. Just a second. Yeah. So the research employed a two-step approach, first utilizing SEM-PLS path analysis to identify crucial variables and then employing an artificial neural network model. Due to non-normal data and complex non-linear relationships, the importance of predictors for consumer purchase intention, that is PI, is ranked using artificial neural network analysis. The ANN hierarchical model comprises of input layers, hidden layers, and output layers. In our study, the independent variables, that is promotional factors, social factors, social factors, psychological factors, cultural factors, and consumer buying behavior are our input layers, and the dependent variable PI is our outer layer, which I have represented in this diagram. So now coming to the non-linearity analysis, the linearity of data has been assessed through ANOVA. The result indicates that the independent variables share a non-linear relationship with the dependent variable. Model validation, in effort to counter overfitting, a 10-fold cross validation approach is executed, where 90% of data points are allocated for network training and the remaining 10% are unmarked for testing. And this is the sensitivity analysis. This is done to ascertain the order of variables in terms of their normalized relative significance to the dependent variable. Based on the result of sensitivity analysis, psychological factors was the most influencing predictor of the consumer purchase intention, followed by consumer buying behavior, then social factors, promotional factors, and so on. Since our study data do not meet the requirement for normal distribution, we have used the Mann-Whitney U-test alternative for independent sample T-test for analyzing the gender and marital status of the respondents, and the Kruskal-Wallis test alternative for ANOVA for analyzing age level, occupation, income, and family details of the respondents. Here we saw that gender, marital status, occupation, age, family details, these factors didn't support our study, but we found that income level has a significant relation with the consumer buying behavior and purchase intent. Relationship testing. So these are our results. The hypothesis 7 was there is a significant impact of different gender on consumer buying behavior regarding Tasar silk products, and we found that this hypothesis is not supported. This suggests that both males and females exhibit similar attitude towards Tasar silk products. Our second hypothesis based on demography was the significant impact of different gender, which was also not supported. Next is different age groups, that was also rejected. Next, there is a significant impact of different age levels, that was also not supported, which implies that the product's appeal may cut across all age groups. Hypothesis 7, 7C, that was accepted. There is a significant impact of income level on consumer buying behavior regarding Tasar silk products. Higher income level could be associated with a lifestyle that value exclusively and craftsmanship, which could explain the difference in behavior compared to lower income consumers. Then H8C is that there is a significant impact of income level on purchase intention, that was also accepted, which suggests that the value and craftsmanship associated with Tasar silk may resonate more with consumers in these income groups, leading to stronger purchase intention. Hypothesis H7D and H8D, it was based on the relationship with buying behavior and occupation, which got rejected. Similarly, all other hypotheses which was related to the demography got rejected, which are family size, marital status, that was the last one. And now coming to the part of discussion and implications. So the positive relationship was found between personal factors and consumer buying behavior, suggests that individual traits and characteristics significantly contribute to shaping how consumers make purchasing decisions. This underscores the importance of recognizing and understanding the diversity of personal factors that influence consumer choice. We found that there is a positive impact of cultural factors on consumer buying behavior, which suggests that role of cultural considerations in shaping consumer behavior. This emphasizes the need for businesses to tailor their strategies to align with cultural nuances, acknowledging the influence of cultural factors on consumer preferences. The significant positive connection between psychological factor and consumer buying behavior was also found, which suggests that recognizing the psychological drivers that motivate consumer behavior is crucial for marketers aiming to create resonant and effective campaigns. The study's finding regarding promotional factor affirm that the impact of promotional strategies on consumer buying behavior. This underscores the importance of well-designed marketing and promotional campaigns and techniques. There was a strong positive correlation between social factors and consumer buying behavior also, which says that the role of societal and interpersonal influences in shaping consumer behavior, social factors including peer influence and societal trends significantly impact individuals' choices and preferences. There was a positive relationship established between consumer buying behavior and purchase intention, that is PIE. It says that the continuity in the consumer decision-making process. Understanding how consumer behavior influence subsequent intention to purchase is crucial for businesses seeking to optimize their marketing strategies. The examination of hypotheses related to CBB, that is consumer buying behavior and purchase intention in the context of Tasar silk products, yields noteworthy insights into the influence of gender and marital status on this consumer behavior. This finding challenges the initial assumption that gender does not play a significant role in shaping consumer buying behavior for Tasar silk products. The next result, that is marital status, does not exert a substantial influence on consumer buying behavior for Tasar silk products. The findings challenge the expectation that gender significantly affect purchase intention for Tasar silk products. In contrast to
Can't hear you.
The back.
Hello.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
I can you to switch on.
So now coming to the last part of this presentation, that is the conclusion. And the study found that the consumer increasingly favors eco-friendly products, that is sustainable products. And we found that personal factors, cultural factors, psychological factors, promotional and societal factors influence consumer buying behavior. And our study also, in our study, we found that the factors like marital status, then age, gender, that does not play a crucial role in consumer buying behavior and also the purchase intention. So the limitations which we came across our while study is that the data was collected from only the 4 geographical area of Jharkhand. So we could not focus on the whole country as such. And the study was cross sectional, and we were unable to test behavioral change over time. A longitudinal multi-level study can be conducted in the future to draw a more conclusive result. The study has dealt with linear and direct relationship only. In future studies, boundary conditions of different variables can be used to measure the complexity of the relationships. So these are the publications. One of them has been accepted. One of our paper has been accepted in Scopus. The other one is on the problems. That was a case study which was based on the problems which are faced by the self-help group women who are engaged in tasar production. And I have attended 2 conferences. One is from based on the purchase intention towards handling products, and that was done at International Conference of Management in IIM Kozhikode, and the other one was held here itself in our IFI University. So these are the references. And at last, I would like to acknowledge the IFI University for giving me this opportunity, and to my supervisor, Dr. Bhagwat Barik, to Dr. Mridini Jha, who was my first supervisor and helped conceptualizing this study. And then special thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Dr. Raman Kumar Jha, ex-Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor O.R. Rao, our PhD coordinator, Dr. Runa Ma'am, Dr. Manish Kumar, Dr. M. Raj Kumar for their constant support and guidance. I am deeply grateful to Dr. Hariharan and Dr. Satyendra Kishore, who always gave very valuable suggestions during our half-yearly progress presentation. I would like to thank all the respondents and to the reviewers who gave a lot of inputs for this study. So that is it from my side.
Request.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Nirupal,
Yeah,
want your valuable comments.
sure. I have a few questions for Mr. Mishra.
Yes.
The first question is that I asked you about the literature review
Yes.
and suggested to add some recent work on this particular domain. So can you just tell
Yes,
me what are the new content that you have added in the literature review pertaining to research that has been conducted in the
Yes,
last
sir.
5
Yes.
years? Can you just tell me a couple of them?
Yeah. So some of the recent reviews which we have added in our revised thesis, that how psychographic elements influence the consumer buying behavior, and we have added this to our revised thesis. And this study was done in the year 2022, and then there was one work by Mr. Kohli that was done in the year 2023. It is based on how consumers' perception of Tussar silk as a luxurious and exclusive product increase its attractiveness. Similarly, there is one paper by Kumari which was published in 2021, which says the relationship between motivation and the consumer buying behavior regarding handloom products. So some of them I have added, sir. And this the recent one is by Zheng and Kim, that was published in the year 2024.
Okay. The second question is related to your sampling technique. So you've used purposive sampling, which is a non-probability sampling. And I asked you that what reason you have. Give me a very strong reason as to why you have adopted purposive sampling. Because in your thesis, you have mentioned the reason as because it allows for quick and straightforward data collection from individuals who are easily reachable and willing to provide insights. So can this be the sole reason for going for purposive sampling? Because at the end of the day, it's a non-probability sampling.
Yes, sir. Actually, this is a cross-sectional study, and we had the time frame of collecting data was very minimal, as the most of the consumers or prospective consumers, they shop for these apparels during the month between March to June. So at that time, this was the only techniques which was suggested by the various panel members during our previous half-yearly presentations. So we chose purposive sampling techniques.
And finally, I have one more question to you. You have done this study. So how this study is going to help the marketers who are in this business? Give me some specific strategies that they will come up with based on your findings.
So one of our findings suggests that promotional factors plays a very crucial role in consumer buying behavior for Tussar silk products. So if the marketers, they come up with
this is true for any product, that the promotion
Yes.
helps in creating awareness, making people know what you are offering. So how your findings are going to help the marketers in this business, in this domain, and tell me some specific strategies that they can come up with based on your suggestions in this research.
like we found that the consumers are so much sensitive to the price, and the price of Tussar is too high as compared to the other silk products like mulberry and kosa silk, because of the production only. Since the production of Tussar is not that much high, and marketers have not taken Tussar silk very seriously. So if a proper marketing or promotional strategy they will make, then surely there will be rise in the demand, and the factors which we suggested, that the price, the consumers are so much price sensitive, so that can be catered if they have an effective marketing or promotional techniques.
Can you talk about some specific promotional strategies or tactics that marketers can adopt?
I have not added this in our study, but so sir, we will. I will work on this and will come up with a specific strategy.
Okay. Okay, I'm done. The other panel members, you can please go forward and ask questions.
Thank you very much, sir. And my best.
Yeah. Congratulations, sir, for coming to this level of your PhD.
Thank you, sir.
I have gone through this in detail, so I have some of the questions I also had. I could answer.
Yes.
I want to come in and also share what you read. What the one getting. That will be the
Yes.
first consumer behavior.
When I chose this topic back in 2019, at that time, the plan was to do that. I don't know how I forgot that.
Well, I know, that would be obviously a wonderful thing to do.
Yes.
And technically, when you say, your research actually had given that, what still refers that what is that reality which happens. So it is a bad to data because gender and marital status does not support the behavior, there's no influence on it. But technically speaking, if you go by gender or the marital status, there's a lot of impact on my person. Why do you find that contrasting is? I'm sure it endorse
Yes.
that.
So, but it could happen that mostly that the consumers they buy silk for a specific event, like if there is some cultural activity or something. In that, what happens that both, if they have to buy, then both male and female both will buy. It's not like that women will go and they'll buy and then the male will come with that cotton shirt. So it could be one of the reasons because whenever we went, we basically went to Jharcraft. It is a retail shop which is established by Jharkhand government. And there, if a person is coming, they were buying the this one apparel for both. Like it was not that the only male was male person. They were buying their own shirt or something.
When you responded up in different category, then you have got
Yes.
possibly because they want to problem to know. That contrasting result I found this study. You go by your study, you can't go by
Yes, that's the thing. And that is why we took those variables during our study also at the beginning, that we thought that that will impact like gender and other things.
We have thought about it as a buyer behavior rather than consumer behavior.
Yes, but here we have, that is why we have added the name of buyers also. But since the study we started with consumer, so we carried on with that only.
Factors are different for a consumer or
And buyers.
those factors are not really taken big care in the study. So biological speaking, I'm feeling that more of a buyer side than the side. Possibly that would be a part of your upgradation.
Yes, we have added that also.
Maybe a paper or.
Yes.
To do data.
Yes.
Do you think that the impact cost is one impact? That's an impact. Second is the modern design styling and all.
Yes.
The dresses still is to go on traditionally, though they are putting some experimentation with the clothes. So do you think they are the most important factor was fashioning something which
Yes.
goes by the
Yes. Designs. Yes. So the marketers they make soon will see that they will come up with some better designs which will appeal the youth or the what do we say the present generation.
we come on this place.
Yes.
That's like that. What actually is a true motivation?
Actually, before starting our this one research, my thought was to do this research on marketing rather than consumer behavior. But we started with that only, that the problems faced by during the marketing of Tasar silk. But it was very much difficult for us to get the data, as most of the production of Tasar silk is being carried by the government, or they are tying up with other NGOs. And they were not willing to provide us data until or unless we have some authorized letter or something. So since we were into this, so we stuck with this topic, but we focused towards the consumer side and we chose consumer behavior.
Did you find any difficulties in the cost of collecting data or, a part of the study?
Yes, actually, we mostly all the retailers, they helped us a lot, and most of the works we did with their suggestions, and they said that the right time to collect the data were those 3 months only, and for the other months of the year, we were doing the other things only. So maybe, sir, you have indicated that since gender and all that plays a crucial role, we all understand. But maybe because of some what we say lack in the efficiency of data collection, we could not get that.
If you are given a chance to redo your work,
Yes.
what changes you want to bring in your research?
So first thing is that will
What's the change of grade?
is there. So
Better.
first thing, as you suggested, that will take customer, not the consumer, and then we'll try to get that longitudinal study rather than cross-sectional, and then we can add more cities also. Like it was confined only to the Jharkhand, and in Jharkhand also only the 4 districts. So we'll add more diverse locations.
Sampling also is look forward and rather than purposive sampling.
Yes.
You get into some progressive sampling that also
Yes.
you can take the cooperatives. You have US cooperatives. Right?
Yes.
Take them as thing and get those random parties. That will be very helpful.
Yeah.
You take the other perception of not only consumers, and taking perceptions of retailers or producers or things and ask them across. That was what next point.
Yes, sure.
So, good work.
Thank
On
you.
the rest.
Thanks, sir.
So, congratulations for successful data review.
Thanks.
So, yes, Barik sir. Yes, Dr. Barik. Am I audible? He's in meeting, I know. Anyway, so Nilotpal sir and yes, I'll ask.
The buyer and the ultimate resource.
Yes.
Last year I purchased the Jaka and one of my niece was getting married, she's a regular list. So I purchased just to give it as a gift. It was 1 meter of 1300.
Yes.
Yes.
And I took 2 sets, at least the top she can do. But it's plain, they don't design nothing. That is the biggest problem, they don't.
They don't give design.
And that is good for politicians and even robots will not. But politicians will not.
Yes.
And so these Jharkhand people, they have over 80 people. So it's not mass appeal. So क्या जवाब दिया जब तक politicians आएगा तो ISO से आएगा लोग 30-40-50,000 का एक दिन अपन हो गए तब ये आना को देखिए
And the farmers, those are into this production of pressure, they are most of them are under below poverty line. They are not getting anything.
your such study how to help the farmer to dose of working very hard how much they are getting
So once that the demand will rise, if they will come take down the price, then ultimately the demand will go high. And there is still so many tribal population which are idle for most of the time in the year. So they can work for during the farming of these things.
What is the channel of distribution? Who are the mediators in between the worker and the consumer or buyer?
Many are independent vendors. They buy the cocoons from the farmers and then they sell to like Jharkhand. There are other agencies also. And most of the, I think it is on record, but most of the incomes they are only making.
So ultimately, the person who is working at the ground level,
They are not getting.
that's not getting anything.
That is why our plan was to do that study.
It was more directed in that you know, actually develop.
So there is one paper I have presented during our seminar of IUJ. It was based on the problem faced by the self-help group women. Yes,
And Kali also is based on the self-help.
that kind of things, yes.
And no level.
So until now, always a
Yes, Dr. Nirupal and Dr. Chetan Srivastava, can you declare PhD doctor?
Yeah, we can declare our PhD by
I would just like to have
Yes.
a word with Mr.
Yes,
Mishra.
Nirupal.
Yeah, I would
Yes,
just
sir.
like to have a word with Mr. Mishra.
Yes.
So, Mr.
Yes.
Mishra, congratulations on the completion of your PhD degree. So
Thank
it
you,
was a
sir.
nice presentation, and your data analysis was really very strong. So I wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
congratulations,
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
So.
Thank you so much.
No, first I was confused. Kusum means, you know, I was having a dinner, I was writing a report, but nowhere it was.
So that your written will ask her. Yeah.
Maybe I have done my mistake.
Yeah. You wrote her, no? Yeah, yes.
That's the reason. Indication will really nahi.
Yes, ma'am. St. Xavier's College in Dumka. Dumka. Yes. Dumka. Yes. Yes. बहुत ज्यादा वहाँ पे है इनका कुछ फार्मिंग होता है बेसिकली और देयर इज वन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कॉल्ड मयूराक्षी सिल्क दे आर आल्सो इनटू दिस they have their retail shop also Mayurakshi Silk. Mulberry is the superior one. Yes. Yes, that is not robust, but the same thing that
Forest.
Yes, forest.
Natural silk.
Natural.
Yes. Sorry, different from, if I go by what I understand, it is from the forest area, it is forest produce.
Sal
It is not, it is not cultivated or thing like Malay silk or that's a major difference. That's the cost of the based on the and also government restrictions for forest producers and all of these. That is only exclusive for tribal kind of thing. So many issues are there actually.
So what is the social economic impact of the draft and government initiative on these poor people who are working at the river? In look of which impact all have their social status or economic impact which it's a very good.
very little.
And there will be always.
Yes, yes.
250 rupees per day they are getting.
Middle only get very money actually. But they are illiterate people who are actually working hard, who are toiling and all.
And mostly this work is done by the women because the male tribe, they go for the work like for labor work and all. These women, they are into this. Yes, yes.
But even the local jobs.
Yes. Casual labor be comes around 800,000 rupees per day. How rupees per labor? Casual labor, 1,000 rupees per day.
Student can do one answer.
Yes, so that's. It's exploitation, madam.
They should take a care, sir, they are paying the health, everything.
Governments are not worried about it, they are only worried about the road bank. They are only worried about the. Absolutely. They are least worried about.
The area of Santhal Pargana, that Dumka, that is full of sal tree and yes, and that tasar is getting produced in those trees through those trees only. So plenty of forests are just like that. So if government will take like seriously, then we can get a good number of like
Fortunate, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. What the gate? You provided it.
Thanks so much, sir.
What next for the next plan?
There are some, from the data which we have collected, we'll publish some more papers from that. Yeah. One Scopus one got selected. One in the next month. Yes, we'll go. Yes.
If it is, start with B, it is not C. Start with B.
While doing this part-time PhD, I also thought of suggesting others that if you are doing PhD, go for the full-time one, because this is a very beautiful thing to do.
I tell you one thing, that my experience for the last 25 years about this, if a full-time PhD or a part-time PhD, the amount of person people put in are the same. What actually 1.5 years of work, technically speaking.
But in 5 years, I have changed a lot. I was not looking like this. I have got gray hairs and all because of so much burden from both working in the college or somewhere else and then study. It's too difficult to adjust.
Okay, Mr. Mishra. So I will take leave. I have a meeting to attend.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Parik sir is muted. Yes. Now he can. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, the external examiner who has given very valuable suggestions. Well, I was getting this response from Kusum, and we worked hard to comply all these things. And all the suggestions are really what should the and that is really needed in the research, no doubt. You want to do a good research, definitely. All suggestions are really remarkable. And first of all, I would also thank to the VIVA University Jharkhand, Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, respected Register sir, all the PhD support teams, those have given the time for the PhD VIVAs and the enormous support from the start of the journey to this date to make the things to happen. So I personally thanks to all these faculty colleagues from the IUJ.
Updated, sir.
Finally, we have so many mentors during our time when we were the ICFA University Jharkhand. Dr. Satyendra Kishore sir has joined, Dr. Hariharan sir, Dr. Satyendra Kishore sir, and our ex-Vice Chancellor, Professor O.R.S. Rao sir. So those have given very valuable input during this journey. I personally thanks to them. And Kusum Kanan Mishra is a hardworking scholar, but as he was working in a private college, so getting less time to do the research, but however, he has managed to do that. So I personally thanks to him for his dedicated work and to the entire team of the IU Jharkhand for providing this opportunity. So I'm basically thankful to all these people, those are involved directly or indirectly in this PhD program. So thank you all. And due to busy schedule, probably I could not be on this image because I have to travel to Delhi for AICT meeting. So thank you all for this tremendous opportunity. Thank you all.
Congratulations, Dr. Babu. How are you?
Sir, I'm with now MGM University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar in Maharashtra. And just I got a call. I have to move to AICT New Delhi because our institute has been selected at the boot camp, and we got 13 lakhs grant for the AICT to manage this boot camp, and I have to rush to New Delhi to manage all these things. So that's the reason I'm
Very
letting.
nice.
But
You are looking
thanks
good.
to-
You are keeping well.
Sir,
I think you are keeping good health there.
sir, I'm well here. On the blessings of all the supervisors and all the seniors, I'm here, sir. I'm okay, sir, with family members.
Very nice. Nice to see you after a long, long time. लेट्स बी इन टच। और मिश्रा जी, कानन
Yes,
मिश्रा जी, बहुत बहुत बधाई।
thank you, sir.
बहुत हम लोग काफी बात किए थे इस पे।
Yes,
मेरा एक
sir.
छोटा सा ये एक सवाल है, 4 डिस्ट्रिक्ट आपने जो चुना, कौन कौन सा चुना था?
Ranchi, Devghar, Dhanbad and Jamshedpur.
तो इसमें इससे रिलेटेड कोई हाइपोथेसिस आपने किया था क्या?
ज्योग्राफी से नहीं सर, इससे रिलेटेड नहीं।
मतलब डिस्टेंस जो है ना, वो वैल्यू को बढ़ाता या घटाता है। जैसे मान लीजिए मेरी एक स्टूडेंट है, वो गोड्डा की रहने वाली है, पीएचडी अभी वो भी जमा करने वाली है। तो एक दिन मेरे घर पे आई थी, तो मैंने पूछा कि भाई कैसा ये सब चल रहा है। इट वॉज इन रिलेशन टू यू ओनली। तो उन्होंने बताया कि हाँ, वहाँ तो सिल्क एकदम ऐसे ही, मतलब कॉटन और सिल्क में कोई फर्क नहीं करते हैं, ऐसे ही पहनते हैं। सो दैट मीन्स कि जितना नियरर आप हैं उस प्रोडक्ट के, उसकी वैल्यू उतनी कम है इन द आईज ऑफ द बायर। सो बायर परसेप्शन आप दे रहे हैं, तो जितना दूरी बढ़ती जाएगी उतना आपको उसमें वैल्यू बायर्स में दिखता है। ये एक जनरल एक प्रोपोजिशन मैं दे रहा हूं, कभी आगे फर्दर रिसर्च में आप इसको इंक्लूड करिएगा।
Yes.
ठीक है, और बहुत बहुत बधाई।
Thank you, sir.
ऑल द बेस्ट।
Sir, I think we have Honorable Vice Chancellor sir today with us. Last time sir was traveling, we could not talk each other. Sir was in a busy meeting, some program. Sir, thank you very much, sir. I think Kusum has given a lot of time, sir. So now it is your blessing, sir, for him, sir.
सर मैनेजमेंट क्यों कर दिया, ये इधर आ गया वो इधर आ गया।